Here again with another Lucifer Season 2 episode review video. Before I get into that, though, pretty important if you weren't caught up to the point where I am and rewatching or watching Lucifer, or you're just not entirely sure, then you definitely need to take the initiative and pay attention to the episode's title, which of course I'll mention as well as put in the description. If that happens to be the case and you're not caught up, it would be my recommendation that you don't watch this video any further to avoid any potential spoilers. And for those of you that are wondering, this is a first time watch for me. This will be Lucifer Season 2, Episode 17. The title of this episode is called Sympathy for the Goddess. And this will be my review, reaction, recap after just finishing watching the episode. We start off with Lucifer outside keeping his eye on his mother. And I think he actually says mother and not mother. That actually sounded the same. Usually he's saying mum, mom, mom, mum. Anyway, Amenadiel wants to talk about something. He thinks that Lucifer might be in danger. Maze is angry. Maze is always angry with you, brother. That's what Amenadiel says to Lucifer. It's her default setting in her demon DNA. Great line by Lucifer. Maybe all of you think that's not that great, but I find it hilarious. Mum brought a case of money and gives it to her guy friend that she's meeting, which I don't know if they actually explained all that was going on. I think that she's trying to get something from this guy, and the money is to pay off to get the information or what they want. Mum, you've been conned. The gentleman is actually now dead, and the case of money is missing. Maze goes to see Linda Martin, Dr. Linda Martin, and she tells Maze she can put away the knife, so she's with somebody else at the time when Maze walks in. It's the chairman of ethics review. The chairman of the ethics review board was meeting with her, and because of her helping Lucifer with the mental facility, if that's what they called it, Chloe, Jesus Christ. Dr. Linda Martin, wait a minute, I think something got deleted here. Well, anyway, she's suspended, and maybe I just put that later on, but I thought that happened right here. They announced she's been suspended from practicing, what she does. Lucifer suggests to Chloe that he should get his own desk, and Chloe's like, yeah, you can help me with all this paperwork. Ah, Miss Richards! Charlotte tells Chloe she heard fingers pointing, and Chloe finds the dead body with Charlotte and Lucifer's help. Tests for gunshot residue and cocaine, Ella Lopez says. Chloe says, Ella, what do we have? And Ella says, well, no smoking gun, but poor Zeke here got shot twice. First in the thigh and also through his hand into his chest. And then Ella finds a cell phone. It has a pair of butt boob eyes. A great start, Chloe says. Now, Charlotte goes to talk to Daniel. And Dan, of course, but she calls him Daniel. And Charlotte wants to have sex. Why? I like you. That's what she says. Ella is listening to, she found out whose phone this is, and this person has like a label, and she's listening to the song. It's actually kind of catchy. It's Chet's phone, and that's Bianca's child. But just because his phone was in the room of the crime scene, it doesn't tie him to the murder. Everyone wants the same thing, to find out who killed Zeke. Charlotte suggests Chloe go shopping to make her look more fashionable for this event that she's going to take Chloe to. Ella says, what if Ella goes to the party? That's a great idea, but nobody acknowledges Ella Lopez. Okay, I thought I had accidentally deleted the information that I typed up, but it's Dr. Martin has been suspended as Maze is in her office when Lucifer arrives. Oh, the tired-looking blonde Chloe has got something hot on. Wow, yeah, Chloe looks smoking at this event, and Chloe's going to talk to Chet, but she holds off for now. Different game plan, they're deciding. So Lucifer and Maze talk to the person that suspended Dr. Martin, the Ethics Review Board chairman. Charlotte tells Bianca that Chet is the suspect, And Chloe's actually standing in very close proximity to hear what Bianca tells Chet. And she hears that conversation where they kind of confess to the murder. Dan and Amenadiel go have drinks. Amenadiel knows that Lucifer is the favorite. He knows that Lucifer is the favorite and not him. Dan's got to go, but I just scrolled ahead too fast. But for what it's worth, I like you a hell of a lot more than I like your brother. That's what Dan tells Amenadiel. Bianca confronts Chloe. She pretends to be a fan of Chet's and starts singing and jamming to Chet's song. And it was really fucking hilarious. Like, Chloe is obviously the person with the least amount of personality on the show. And, like, this is her kind of branching out. And it was funny. But you can tell it's kind of awkward for her to do. Maze is pissed at Lucifer, punching the shit out of him. You don't care about anyone other than yourself unless they can be of use to you. And then Maze and Lucifer are now in a bloody battle. Time to catch your breath. Like, they're beating the shit out of each other. They're both bleeding. And they both stop to breathe. And then Lucifer was playing his own angle. That's even worse. So he knew what he was doing. He had to make people think that Maze was mad at him. Ella can't crack the lock coder, or they can't get into the phone yet, but should be able to in a month. Unofficial session with Linda Barton, or Dr. Barton, but just Linda today because she's technically suspended. Maze is pissed. Again, Maze being pissed. That's a theme here. That you're just using her. Did you even once think how this would affect her? She thought you abandoned her. This is what Linda is telling Lucifer. Those sort of things never bothered her before, Lucifer says. Mazikeen, I didn't realize. That's what Lucifer says. Linda says her work here is done and I'm going to find a very stiff martini. Linda, Maze says, I'll take care of this. I promise. Bianca knows Charlotte knows that Chet killed Zeke, or he was involved in. I'm not exactly sure how this all went down. She wants to make a deal. Bianca says she'll make what Charlotte wants disappear forever. And then I started typing something else up, and it's gone now. Oh well. Weird things happened, apparently, during this episode with my document. Charlotte goes to speak with Ella Lopez. We haven't really had the chance to meet. I know. And then Ella goes to hug Charlotte, but she kind of blocks her attempt at a hug. And then Ella sees a light when she looks at Charlotte. But if she ever hurts Dan, she sees light when she sees Charlotte. Now she doesn't actually see the light that Charlotte has in her wrist, but she sees light when she looks at her. But if she ever hurts Dan again, she'll break her leg. So there's obviously something with Ella Lopez that we don't know about yet. Well, I don't know about yet. And Ella has to go talk to her brother. So conveniently, she leaves him, in the room with that cell phone. And then Charlotte, of course, picks up the phone, but Chloe shows up at the right time. So start talking, she tells Charlotte. Charlotte told Chloe that she's Lucifer's father's ex. Why didn't you tell me she was your stepmom? Something doesn't feel right. I don't trust her. Charlotte brings Bianca the phone, and Chloe and Lucifer are actually listening in on this. And Charlotte gets the mic wet on purpose, and Lucifer and Chloe have lost the capability to listen. And Bianca gives Charlotte a key to a safe deposit box. The police come in, Bianca is arrested, and Chloe pats down Charlotte. She's clean. And Lucifer was able to get the key. Zeke smuggled a book for Charlotte. The book is in Samaritan. Amenadiel can translate the book in a couple of days. Please start translating. There's something wrong with her, or it's just that time of the millennium, Lucifer says. Maze goes to see the person that suspended Dr. Martin at night, not this time, and takes him back into his office. Dan finds out Charlotte is Lucifer's stepmom, so things make sense to him after he finds that out. And then we have Chet meet with Charlotte, hand it over, I need what Zeke really smuggled. It's a knife, and he stabs Charlotte with it. Charlotte pulls the knife out, and the light comes out and kills Chet. And then Amenadiel says that Lucifer's ring is the key. He's always had it since he came to Earth from hell, and he wants Lucifer to put the ring on the sword. But it turns out Father entrusted to Amenadiel as his necklace is drawn to the sword. It's the key. So Lucifer says they entrusted it to you, brother, to end the episode. So this episode had a lot of things going on. I messed up something that I didn't finish typing, or something went wrong with when Bianca and Charlotte were talking, but I guess it was kind of little details that weren't super important. But there's a lot of stuff going on in this episode. Obviously, it's the episode before the finale, I believe. I hate 18-episode seasons, by the way. I'm going to score it an 8.2 out of 10, and maybe that's a little low. I'm just not sure. As far as our female character of the episode, I mean, Jesus Christ, you've got Charlotte, you've got Maze, you've got Chloe, you've got Linda Martin, you've got Ella Lopez, and no Trixie in this episode, even though she's credited, which doesn't make sense to me. And then for the males, Lucifer, probably, maybe a little Amenadiel, maybe Dan, probably not though. Lucifer, definitely the male. And then my first female character of the episode, my first instinct was to give it to Charlotte, but Mace, that fight between her and Lucifer was pretty awesome and intense. So, I don't know. Take your pick. So, you've heard what I have to say. Now it's your turn. If you're a fan of Lucifer and want to help me out with the YouTube algorithm, please make sure that you Hulk smash that like button. It definitely helps the channel out, especially with the algorithm. Share the video with a friend. Put this video on any one of your social media platforms. Don't forget to sound off in the comment section about what your thoughts are on this episode. Do you disagree or agree with me? What would you rate the episode? Who would be your character of the episode? And if you want to break it down by male and female, you can do that as well. And then last but certainly not least, don't forget to hit that sub button. Subscribe to the channel. You're watching the video anyway. Join the team. Show your damn support. And be a part of something special. And JDev will return as soon as I find out what it is that you desire.